Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your weekly focus for the week of August the 5th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support you send my way. Let's turn to the cards, Sag, and see what they reveal for your week ahead. Okay, our underlying energy is, look at this, Six of Pentacles. Okay, so chances are we're working on prosperity this week because it is a Pentacles that's leading the way. Whenever, and it's almost when that card is there that money, you attract money in some way. Okay, money just kind of can come to you. So long as you have the right mindset, you're putting your focus in the right direction, money can easily come to you. This is also about understanding the give and take in your relationships throughout the week, really looking at our relationships, understanding where we need change in the relationships. And I think this is kind of a week where if you've let something slide for a lot of time, that this might be the week that you actually speak up and you say, this just doesn't work for me. We need to change this in some way. We need new ground rules. We need to set maybe uh, new boundaries within the relationship. Okay, it could be where you always have your hand, they always have your hand out to you, but they're never around when you have your hand out. It seems it's an empty space. But yeah, I think in some way, because it being a Pentacles, that there could be definitely something to give you a stronger sense of self, maybe self-worth, self-esteem, more confidence perhaps. But I also really get a strong money energy here for you. Okay, our first card is the Four of Swords. Watch your health. Don't take any risks, okay? This is not a time to take risks. It's a time to think things through before we actually take the step. Well, I shouldn't say don't take risk. Don't put yourself in harm's way. How about that? That's a little bit more. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Make sure that as much fun as you're having, you're also giving yourself time to rest, to restore. This is also a time when you envision your new beginnings, your new starts, what you want to bring into being, into your reality, to make tangible, to make real. So it's a time to lay down your weapons. It's a time to take off your armor. It's a time to rest and have, maybe it's spiritual growth that we are after here. That could be health and well-being. Maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself. This would be a week then to take care of yourself, to pamper yourself a little bit, to make sure you're eating well, sleeping well, exercising, all that stuff. Okay, our next card is, look at this, the King of Pentacles. Talk about a wealth card. Okay, this is sticking on the tried and true. This is something that you've already been working to, but something spikes now, something happens, something evolves to really bring in the prosperity, bring in the finances. Okay, and be careful with the finances. Okay, when that money comes in, don't just spend it. You're going to need it later on, or you're going to need it in some way, or don't let it trickle through your hand like it's sand. Okay, this is a time not to spend, but to use your money wisely. So it's about investing, and we could be investing time, energy, or our money. Okay, we could be taking a second mortgage out on our home, right? We could even do it with our resources, where we're borrowing against our resources in some way. Be very cautious and be very careful with that kind of energy. That you just want the quick fix and you don't want to wait. This is a time to allow everything to come together and really bring in the prosperity and abundance that is your divine right. Okay, so tried and true, absolutely. But there could be some kind of little twist or some kind of innovative thought that you can kind of mix in to make it more original, make it more your own, make it more complete, make it more a path that you can walk with a flow, with a enthusiasm, with a passion. And we have the Queen of Cups. Well, the Queen of Cups is about understanding that you are deserving of everything that you are imagining here to be. And this isn't so much imagination. See what happens if we get this money come in. Okay, let's say you won the lottery. Okay, let's just say right now, boom, you won the lottery, you won $1 million, and you go, I could never spend $1 million. Tell you that is a lot of money. Oh my gosh. And, within 3 years, you're claiming bankruptcy. The only reason that really happens is because we didn't really believe in our hearts that we were deserving of that money. And it does, it goes through your fingers like sand. We read about it all the time in the papers. Okay, we just end up, you ever get so far ahead and you're like, yeah, now I've got it. Yeah, this is good. And then you wake up and you're like, how did I get back here again? Okay. And constantly, so it's about building your self-love, your self-esteem, believing in yourself, believing that you by divine right should have these things in your life, and then grow the dream from there. Okay, grow the dream expansive, grow it big, grow it bigger than life. What do you really want to bring in? What is your passion? What is your desire? What is your greatest hope? Okay, those are the things that you want to be putting in that cup right now. Overriding this energy is the Three of Wands. I don't think we're going to be making any firm decisions this week when this is the overriding energy, but we have lots to think about and where we want to go. So this could be travel opportunities. This could be learning opportunities. This could be just the footsteps of getting from A to B. Okay, but we're looking at different perspectives, different ways it can come in. What is the best choice? We're not rushing here, and we may be taking a risk. The King of Pentacles does take risks, but they're educated risks. So maybe you are educating yourself. Maybe you are signing up for a course to grow a skill or grow your knowledge in some way to be better at what you already are great at. Cradling this energy is the Chariot. Yeah, we're really pulling it back and we're really thinking it through. That doesn't mean we stop. That doesn't mean we're not moving forward. There's definitely action to be had here. But there's also thought. We want the clarity. We want the understanding. We want the fog to lift. We want the sun to come out. We want to be able to see down that path. We want to maybe see some of the obstacles that we could easily avoid, or those tripwires. So I could see you signing up for a course, a workshop, going to some kind of seminar, a lecture, or maybe joining a group of people that are like-minded so that you can, trade information, so to speak. You grow from them, they grow from you. That could definitely happen. But it's not, we don't want to be the first one out of the gate. We want to really think it through so that our steps are strong and true. As we start the week, the Seven of Swords. So, be careful with your ambitions and who you are sharing them with. There could be somebody that is trying to backstab you. There could be somebody who's trying to stop you in your tracks. There could be somebody that's working against you and smiling while they do it. Those are possibilities. It's also, a great understanding here. It's almost like you've got to narrow down your options in some way. Does that make sense to you, Sag? That you need some reflective time to say, okay, you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing this and you're doing this, and it all does a little bit. But if we put our energy into one specific spot, would we not have more growth, more? And I get abundance, I get prosperity coming in. So this is money making ideas. This also could be in our love relationships, but I'm not getting it as much as I'm seeing your potential to make money this week. So I'm kind of being gravitated towards work and career. As we leave the week, we have the Eight of Swords. So, yeah, there is a lot of contemplation here. There is a lot of thought that needs to happen this week in order for you to go forward. That's not saying that we sit still and we wait. We're thinking on our feet. The Eight of Swords is about new perceptions, new understandings, the aha moment, the epiphany. You realize now that you can step forward in a way you thought you couldn't before. Maybe now you are equipped with new knowledge or new understanding. Maybe you know that this course is going to open up your mind in so many new ways, or this workshop is going to bring out your talents and your creativity in a way that you didn't think was possible till this moment in time. But there definitely is some kind of, I want to say evolution, but transformation, right? Some kind of growth, some kind of transformation. They're giving me the word evolution. Maybe you are evolutionary in what you are doing. I don't know. You would know. Tell me about it in the comments. We have the World card for work and career. So you really can't go forward till you tie up some loose ends. But the career could be very beneficial for you right now. You know, what are you dreaming of? This could be a passion. This could be a dream. This could be the destiny. This could be the legacy that you have been working towards and awaiting this whole time. And you're making some practical decisions on how to go forward. So we've got it all in the pot right now, and we're stirring it around, and we're going, we don't want this in it, we don't want that in it, we want this in it, we want that in it. And we're kind of like creating our destiny, we're creating our legacy, we're creating our steps forward, we are creating our level of proficiency. We're creating a level of proficiency that maybe we didn't come into the week with, but we have a longing for it. It is a passion. It is something that we have been striving for, but maybe now we see how to actually grab onto it. You know, there's a training course, there's a book that you find at the library, and it just is filled with information to a topic that you thought you knew everything and you knew nothing about any of this. I mean, but there are some things that, you know, back to the World card, there is a brand new tomorrow waiting you. My gosh, it's beautiful. But have a patience, because there are some things that you need to take care of before you can actually step onto that path, before you can actually cross over that threshold and go down that through that doorway. For love and relationships, we got the Hangman. So once again, we're pulling it back a little bit. We're thinking, and we need to infuse logic in here. So I'm thinking that we may be having, we could be having conflicts with the people we love most in our life under this energy. Okay, we need to pull away. We need to think. We need to rest. We need to recuperate. We're looking at the relationship in so many ways. Which way can we go? What can we do differently to make it stronger, to make it more viable, to make it long term, to make it stronger? Is it a balanced relationship? So I've given this advice and I'll give it to you as well. This week, when you have a problem, try and look at it from a different standpoint, especially when it's in your relationships here. And okay, so you've got a problem in the relationship, and you're thinking it through, and you come up with several ideas for how you're going to handle this. And now I want you to take a step back, and I want you to just enter a logical mind, okay? And just for a moment, think of a person coming to you for sage wisdom and advice, and their problem is the exact one that you are facing. What would you tell them to do? Because once you remove your ego from the situation, remove the emotion from the situation, and you're giving sage advice, it could differ. And that's where you know that you're allowing emotion to lead the way rather than logical thinking that would probably give you the right steps forward. So I think you almost have to take a little bit of your heart, a little bit of your emotion, you know, past happenings and stuff like that. When somebody comes to you with the problem, they don't know what happened 3 years ago and 5 years ago and 7 years ago and what they said this morning. All you know is what the information that they give you, right? And it kind of clear cuts to the easiest, simplest solution possible at the same time. If you're looking for a relationship, well, I mean, relationships can happen at any time. And do you feel you're deserving of a relationship? That would be my question to you. Do you think you have the time, the energy, the resources? Is it more of a time where you have to look at your own independence and your own path going forward? I kind of see that more than bringing new relationships into being here. But we're under an energy right now where we can make a lot of new connections and relationships. So I don't want to, you know, steer you in the wrong direction and saying something like that. But I think you're more apt not to get into a romantic relationship, at least this week. But love has a magic and a force of its own, and sometimes it just happens. So our final card is the Eight of Pentacles. You're raising the bar on yourself. You know your potential now. You know you can do so much more. You can be so much more, and you are going to step into that opportunity. You know that there is a brand new path awaiting you. Patience, I know. Patience. I know you've been very patient. I hear you. But patience is still a part of it. But look at what you can do and what you can do great, and raise your potential, but also look at your time, your energy, your resources, your light, your vitality, and do you have enough of that to really put towards your goals, your dreams, your desires, your greatest wishes? Because I think that needs a little bit of working out before you can actually step into that path that you want to step into, with the determination and with the successes that are apt to follow. Okay, until we meet again, Sag, remember, I do love you.